Ladies and gentlemen, it is my pleasure to present for the first time as husband and wife, Mr. and Mrs. Matthew Spellman.
It was just magical. That's all we can say is the video was totally magical. You know, how it made, you know, us feel about the whole day, you know, 3 weeks later was absolutely magical.
Yeah.
And, you know, I have to mention, you know, one of the very reasons we went with you is because you were very affordable for what we were getting.
Yeah.
You know, and that's when we shopped. You know, it was always more of a momzilla, not a bridezilla, because it was, you know, I want the biggest bang for our dollar. I want my daughter's wedding to look like we spent $40,000 when we actually only spent half of that. So I wanted to make sure that I got, you know, there's videographers out there that'll charge you $4,000 or $5,000 for a video, you know, a video, and it's like, what are you getting different? I didn't see anything different. I like the fact that it was a husband and wife team. It wasn't...
who better to catch the union?
They kind of, I think, would understand better.
Yeah. Originally, when we were looking for vendors, my now husband didn't think it was necessary to get a videographer. My mom was like, oh, I'm not paying this much for a wedding if we don't have it recorded. He kept telling me, like, you know, your photos are going to be there. You can look at them. And, like, but your video you can watch and you can really experience the day. And no, the night was over. The next morning when we woke up, the first thing he said to me was, I'm so glad we got a videographer because I missed everything. So it was just nice that in the end he even saw the need for it. And we were shocked at how quickly you guys were able to give us a proof to view. My friend, she just got married. Oh, she got married almost a year. September. And she just posted
on Facebook.
On her Facebook that she got, oh, I just got my video back. And I'm thinking,
oh, I'm so excited. We're just getting our video
back. And I'm like, wow, and I'm thinking, we just got married in April and we got ours like 3 weeks later.
I'm thinking.
It was just, the turnaround time was, you know, you go wait, you know, you wait for this day and then it's gone and over with. And now you have to wait to see what actually happened. And we watched the whole video. That the first night we got it back and we couldn't stop and we kept like, oh, I can't believe they got that, rewind it, like, oh, look, they, you know, look at them kiss, rewind, oh, watch her do this, rewind. And I mean, it got to a point where it was like, no, it's so good, stop interrupting it, just let it play, because the whole video, it was almost like a movie that just kept, that really went step by step through the whole night and made you feel like you were there again watching it as a guest. So I really like that, even with the full length. And then the highlight video to me is just like a overview of everything that happened, where you just want to sit down and watch it really fast because you don't have, you know, the 2.5 hours to sit and watch the whole thing. But the 2.5 hours were well worth it because there was so much that I wanted to see that I didn't get to see. And I mean, I still go back and watch parts of the full length that weren't in the highlight because I just love how you guys got everything. So I thought it was great that you guys had 4 cameras, because when we got our photos back, I was really upset. We had a butterfly release and there was no picture really getting the full effect. And when we got our video back, it was so great to be able to see far back and, you know, during our kiss, just see the butterflies scattered through the sky.
One of Carolyn's bridesmaids was there with her boyfriend, and there's some very cute footage of another couple having kind of
a romantic moment
at a wedding. And, you know, you kind of zone in on them and you know, catch them kissing while they're slow dancing, that kind of stuff. So it kind of rounded it out. I mean, even though it was about Carolyn and Matt, you also want to see
how it brings everybody else together.
Yeah, how it affected everybody else. You know, that, you know, you want to know that, you know, if somebody went to your wedding, that they had a wonderful romantic time with their partner at your wedding.
And there's another part that I bought these gorgeous blue shoes for the wedding, and you don't see them in the photos at all except in one, you know, the foot shot. And there's a part where the photographer had Matt dip me, and she didn't get the whole photo of, and there's a part where I dip back and my shoe just pokes out. I'm like, there's my blue shoe. It's just the like perfect little moment to see it. So
it's just, ultimately, I'd have to say it was just so complete coverage, very complete coverage. I mean, there were, everything we expected to be there was there, and things
so much
that we
more.
weren't. You know, back in the ceremony when the butterfly release happened and the butterflies were all sticking on, you know, the veils and all that stuff, you caught that all perfectly. Well, walking out, the flower girl, Carolyn's sister, had a butterfly on the back of her hair right in the center of her bow, and you guys caught that and still were able to get back to the couple leaving next perfectly without missing a beat.
Yeah.
You know, even the photographer didn't catch that, and it was just a perfect shot because you hear all these people laughing after after Carolyn and Matt leave or walk down. You hear all these people laughing, and you're like, why? And then you kind of zoom into the fact that there's a butterfly on the back of the flower girl's hair.
Yeah.
And you know, at point, you know, you can hear the laughter, so you kind of now realize, oh, that's what happened.
When you guys first arrived, we had our videographer and our photographer arrive at the same time. And I was kind of nervous because a lot of us were like half naked and rubbing lotion into each other. And so I was kind of like, well, they have a camera, like they're going to get all that. But when we got our video back, it was so classy the way, you know, it captured that, but in a classy way. You know, you showed what we were doing, but not in a non-intrusive way. I mean, you know, all above the, you know, shoulders, and, you know, showed every little aspect.
It was nice to see too some of the shots that you got, because we didn't realize you were even videoing something as simple as, you know, maybe me getting the girls' sashes ready or
tying the bows on the girls' dresses.
But that was all covered. I mean, there wasn't anything missed. You know, it's even to the part where Carolyn was eating her sandwich, getting a suntan rub down at the same time. You know, it was just all covered. And
yeah. I knew you were there because I saw you walk in and you know, said hi to me, but I didn't feel like you guys became part of my day. You were there to capture my day, so it wasn't, you know, it allowed me to focus on my guests and my, you know, friends and family that I had there, instead of having to try to worry about my photos and my video. So it was nice to really be able to focus on the friends and family, because that's why you're there in the first place. So you want someone that's going to be able to stand far enough back, but make it, when you go to look at it, you're right there. And that's what I felt it was.
It's nice too. I think the one thing that needs to be mentioned too is that when we initially got the box, we were, you know, the case, we were just extremely blown away by how beautiful and artistic, how you took a monogram butterfly and
from our programs
and were able to put it into the cover, and
as long as adding little Mickey Mouses
and with when it comes in, you know, you see the I don't know what it's, the frontal or the first, you know, when it pops in when a DVD and it gives you the little things.
Oh, the home screen.
I mean, you detailed to the Mickey Mouse heads. You know, the cursor was a Mickey Mouse head. It was just like those little details we didn't ask, but you just did.
We didn't even tell you guys. And yeah. You just did it. You took our wedding and put it through every aspect, not just the video, but the whole package.
You know, we were sitting there picking the littlest things apart, going, oh my gosh, look what they did here, and look what they did here, and oh, look at that. Oh, you know, it was just magical. And the fact that you actually come to the ceremony with a camera in hand too, to take some candid shots to use on the cover, was absolutely amazing, because you actually captured shots that the video or the photographer didn't even catch. And you know, they have one with the family shot, and we can't find that on the photographers.
Yeah, you guys were the only ones that got a picture of me, Matt, and our daughter Tiffany, and we went
as a posed picture, not just
we
in
went
the
through
reception.
all of our photos through the photographer and didn't find one. So it's great that someone was there to capture that too. So
yeah, it was ultimately, you know, it was the price, the quality. We got to see what your product was. We knew what we were paying. It wasn't, this is an add-on and this is an add-on. You gave us full coverage for an excellent price. And
you know, the wedding goes by so fast. You can't you don't even get the full effect of how much time and money you put into that wedding, and you just feel like everything just flew by. I was like almost disappointed, like it's over, and I didn't get it until I got my video back and I sat down and watched it. And I remember my mom, she just said, "Now, did you enjoy your wedding?" I was like, "Yes, more than ever."
All right.
Reel to reel is awesome.